There we go. How's it going, everybody? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your day with me. We're talking a hard reset for 2026. I am JB Bryan. JB Bryan of JB Bryan Financial Group, the home of Afro economics. JB Bryan Financial Group is a registered investment advisory firm. I'm the president and chief investment officer. Thank you for sharing these moments with me. This is almost the end of 2025. We have done this every Wednesday by the grace of God. Every Wednesday, we have had Afro Economics Live. God has blessed me with good health and good wealth and good perseverance and just good friends and great family. I'm so blessed by you. I thank God for you all being my family. I'm going to send out this link. Speaking of family, made me think about y'all. I'm going to send out this link so that you can come in and we're going to talk about this hard reset. You can tell I'm a techie. You can tell I'm a techie because I'm like, I want to look, I want to talk about that hard reset for our lives, our financial lives, our professional lives, our 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 personal lives, our like we can do a hard reset in every aspect of our life if you desire. If you desire indeed that. And one thing, I don't know if you follow, but someone that I found on social media, another JB, someone named Jonathan Briscoe, he says that when you stop forcing, you start flowing. When you stop forcing, you start flowing. And a hard reset allows you to stop forcing, allows you to just allow God to have complete control. Put our faith in God. Put our faith in God that it will all work out for us, given a system grounded in doing the right things. And a hard reset allows us to like create new systems, to build better systems, to build a better support. Like that, like technically when you look up hard reset, this is what comes up. It says a hard reset, often called a factory reset, wipes a device clean, removes all personal data, apps, and settings, restores it to its original factory condition to fix major software issues. It's different. It says a hard reset is different than just a simple restart. The restart just refreshes the system, but it doesn't erase the data. So it's crucial to back up your files when you do a hard reset because the data loss will be permanent. It will delete everything. So when we do a hard reset, it gives us an opportunity to get rid of bad habits. Bad habits. So the only things that we want to take forward, the only thing that we want to bring forward is the good stuff, the good habits, the great systems, what is really working for your good. That's the stuff you want to bring forward. That 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 that's the link. I put the link up there for members only that want to come into the studio and be included in the discussion. And if not, I'm going to, so I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on the box so that if you say that, so that if you try to come in, I will share this again, and then we're set. And then I'm going to move that. So when we're talking about a hard reset for 2026, or a hard reset for right now, the sooner the better, because we want to set up better systems and we want to get rid of the garbage. Want to get rid of the garbage, and we want to remember our initial purpose for what we're doing. Like, if you could, like, some people get a job or get into a profession or get into a field, and they forget about that initial enthusiasm they had about that job, about their work, how excited they were to be of service, to make a difference. Now, like, so when you do your hard reset and you get back to factory perfect, the way God brought us here, like, we have, like, think about any life experience or any habit. Like, if you have a habit of paying things late, if you have a habit of paying a late fee, if you have a habit of getting to work late, if you have your original way that you were sent here was not with that habit. Your original way that you accepted that job, the enthusiasm that started that business, the love that you shared when you first started that marriage, got that relationship, that original out of the box, how good that was. The like, with, imagine if everybody started with a 50, like how in the an 850, sometimes people high score, but I still think it's 850 is the highest score. So 850 was the highest. And anything that happens after market, after the 850, is just that you would, every child coming out of high school started with 850. Then when they started, unfortunately, if they got into a habit of paying things late, then it would bring down points away from that 850. Then they would have to do some things right to bring it back up to the 850, or continue to do those things wrong. But when we want to do a hard reset, imagine you're getting yourself back to that 850 perfect. You're getting yourself back to the person that's enthusiastic about their health, enthusiastic about their job, enthusiastic about their family. That's where the reset is. It's amazing to me, like, that, like, in January, when the first week of January, it's like people automatically get kind of like a reset. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Like, it was just another day. But in their mind, that's how powerful our mind is. Our mind, it allows you to renew, like, people go to parties, and then the party, they're all excited, and they're, by all can they all acquaintance be forgotten, all that, and they're, singing and everything. And the next day they're just like, everything is reset. They started all over, Mr. Barber. Everything is great. They got a factory reset just because the clock was 12:01 into 2026. The instant reset. Isn't that something? And you can do that with every aspect of your finances. You can do that. You can just decide, I'm going to review every aspect of my financial life. I'm going to join Afro Economics and start meeting. I'm going to do the membership where I take the time for one-on-one for myself and get these things done and address those things. The reason that people give up on Afroeconomics is they give up on themselves. They give up on what they're putting into that reset. We're going to start. Say we're starting off fresh. Start with the beginning. But you gotta have that commitment of what you're going to put on your computer. Computers are great. Life is great. At the beginning, you don't have any of these bad habits. A child is born. We're in the Advent season. We're approaching the beginning of Jesus's life. This is a time for us to realize that this is a new opportunity. It's all new. It's a season of renewal, of reset, of recharge, of rebirth, of new birth. How you doing, Ms. Davis? Mr. Barber. Yes, indeed. Thank you. I appreciate you all. How you doing, Mr. Barnett? To see you. Thank you. But it's hard for me to give you everything that you need for a hard reset, because the most important part of a hard reset is your desire. And without your desire, it's not going to happen. And I was thinking, because the other night, recently, I've been practicing at night for my throws. So there's a group that practices at night, and last year this time they were practicing at night. Last year this time I said, I can't do that. I work out in the morning. I cannot go back out there at night and do that. This year, this time, I told myself it's time for a mind reset. Who said I can't do that? Who said I'm not capable of doing that in the morning and also doing that at night? Who said that? I mean, who said that? I said that. What have you made up in your head that you can't do? And the other night when I first did it, I was like, whoa. I mean, literally, I was so tired, like 30 minutes into it. I was like, goodness gracious, I'm so tired. But within a week of doing the evening editions, boom, I was staying for an hour. Like I had to accept in my mind that I was lying to myself by saying that I can't do that, that it was a lie. And we have to accept that there are certain things that we are lying to ourselves about that are holding us back from getting the full purpose and prosperity that we have been promised. God said that he came so that we can live life and live life fully, completely. Like we are robbing ourselves of all the blessings that are available to us because of the limitations that we put in our mind, in the limitations that we've allowed into our mind. Like, I mean, imagine when you do a true reset and the ability to detach that you will have to have. I had to detach from limiting myself that, oh, I can't do that. What in the world? Now it's hard for me to imagine all of the opportunities that I missed to learn because I convinced myself that that was too late for me, that I wasn't capable. I was going to need to be in bed. Girl, you can't do that. You do both. You know you grown. That's something. You tell yourself you can't travel, you can't get that car, you can't get that house, you can't get that job, you can't, instead of let me talk to JB, let me talk to a registered investment advisor about what I can do to get my house in order so that I can do these things that I desire. What most people do is avoid it, like I did with the practice. I can't do that. So they just avoid it. They just avoid talking to me. They avoid finding out exactly what needs to be done to get to where you want to do. You know, there is no exact, but you're like, what steps can I help you make to get you closer to what you want? No matter how much, I put this on my YouTube channel, no matter how much I practice technique, I'm not going to be perfect. I know some people in the Olympics. I know the one of my friends, one of the husband of a lady that I am very close to. He's in the Olympics and he's not perfect. We know billionaires, multimillionaires, and they're not perfect. We know these people. But the practice, the steps, the commitment, the systems that they've created are at least allowing them to be prepared for success. We don't need to be perfect. We need to set up systems that prepare us for the success that is certainly going to come if we persevere. But we have to be taking the proper steps, Ms. Mack, right? We have to be taking the proper steps, because no matter how much we inspire one another, no matter how much you're inspired, I am inspired to be a good athlete, but the inspiration is not enough. I have to have the discipline to do the hard things, the discipline to do the hard things. Some people cannot stop spending. They just cannot. They don't have the discipline to do the hard thing. They can't, they like, I heard Oprah, you know what I'm saying? And she has billions. And Oprah said, I can't eat just a half a bagel without this particular medicine, she said, helping her. She said she just can't do it. She just doesn't know that that's her mind. Her mind has told her that, yes, you are so successful at all of these things, but her mind has told her that it is okay to accept that, because I know that she can. But are we willing to put the energy in? Is it important? Is it important? Like, is it important? Like with exercise in general. Why are we doing this? We don't have to actually get up and move our bodies and throw things and run and move and walk. We could just get in a golf cart or get in our car and it will just carry us there. Why do we have to do the hard part? Because we will die if we don't move. Anything that does not move will die. Like one of the members said in here, in one of the discussions, she said, isn't it important just to try to maintain when you get to, this age, and, that it's just hard to maintain it. And I said, do you know that it's harder to tread water than it is to actually just go ahead and swim? She said, are you serious? I said, yeah, just like sitting there trying to stay in one place, that's a whole lot of effort. But if you just swim off, you get all of this body, and the way you could swim with the waves and let the water help go with the current, and the water can help you. Can get all these things working together if you're moving and going forward and trying to progress. Yes, there is a need to move and to do better with your life at every point of your life. There is never a point where just staying the same will benefit you. Being at peace, and accepting and taking full advantage of every resource that God has blessed you with, that peace, that is not settling. That is actually the intellect, the wisdom of appreciating everything that you have and doing everything that we can to make it better. And that's why people are so shocked when this person that was making $30,000 at the pinnacle of their life had all this money to leave to this college behind. They're like, how did they do that? When there's a lot of people who make way more than that and have nothing that they want to leave for anyone else. But it is because of the desire that the person who wanted to give and make a difference, that desire was part of their reset, their life commitment. When we reset, it is to remember God's purpose over our life. God's purpose over our life is not to be broke. God's purpose over our life is to learn to be a good guardian over few things, and He will give you many. He said, will give us so much that we won't even be able to count it all. He said, we'll give you a storehouse, and it's a storehouse full of everything. You'll have everything. You'll have everything. We'll take care of all your needs. That's true faith. That's, you know what I mean? When we are doing the right thing and putting the right things into our life and putting the right systems into our life with God at the core, at the foundation of our system, we know that our reset will benefit us. But in that reset, He said, don't look back. Like when I showed you the definition, when I told you the definition of the reset, it said you are going to lose everything that's on there at that point. So if there's something that needs to come with you, you got to put it on the hard drive. So when you do your reset and you try to keep all your garbage with you, all of that stuff you still want those old pictures of how sad you were and how bad that was, and you still want to be mad at somebody, and you still want to be mean to somebody, you still can't forgive somebody, and you still want to take all of that forward, then you messed up your reset. But when we do our reset, that is when we are saying the past is the past. And the data that comes on this system now is all for the good of God, is all for building up. It's all like all of that. I mean, the person that is truly, truly blessed is the person who truly, like in the word, it says there's a section and it says, like, you are no good to God if you look back. You cannot look back. No, and you hear that a lot. People will like, oh, I used to this. I used to have that. I used to that. What in the world is the used to? Used to cannot pay any bills going forward. Instead, we should be thinking, what skills have I established that are going to bring me forward? That's all I need right now. What skill? I mean, if you lost everything, then obviously you know how to get broke. So that means you know what not to do. So if you know anything, you know what does not work. So what do? We get committed to, I'm not going to do that because that doesn't work. I don't listen to idiots because that doesn't work. I don't listen to negativity because that doesn't work. I don't establish or connect myself to people that are crooks because that doesn't work. I don't spend time with people who waste time because that doesn't work. I focus on doing a great job with everything that I do. That works. I focus on integrity and keeping my word and doing what I said I was going to do because that works. Perseverance, long time wealth development included in our hard reset. In our hard reset, the core of Afro economics, the fifth principle, Gianyame, integrity. integrity. Anything that doesn't represent our commitment to integrity, it doesn't come forward because we're doing a hard reset. Anybody that tries to remind you of anything that you did that lacked the integrity that you now have on your new system, there's just no place for that in your future. There's no place for them in your future. If you can't accept that habits and people that were in the system before the hard reset are going to be eliminated, if you're insisting on putting them on the hard drive because you want them to be there on your new system, then what's going to change? How exactly are you going to move forward? I mean, it was just a waste of time. If you do a hard reset and you still put toxic information onto your system, you're going to get to the same end. So the point of the hard reset is for only that which is good comes into the system. I can hear like a whole bunch of like excuses. If you just made an excuse for why you got to continue to do something that's working against you, just know that that is the reason that you're not getting where you want to get. Mm, mm, mm. There's no excuses anymore. When you do a hard reset, like that's yours. Can't blame it on your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, nobody, nothing. It's all about us taking responsibility for ourselves and creating systems that are going to work for us. No, look, if we keep it technical, you got to do some troubleshooting before you do this reset. Do some shooting, troubleshooting, right? What glitches? What's blocking you? What's freezing you up? What is not working the way you thought it was? Are you saving enough? Do you know what you're doing with your investments? It's like you can save a whole lot, but if you're not doing the right thing and you're not getting help on how to prove the right thing, then you're just you're doing something not performing at the level that you could because you haven't committed to getting the help that you need. Like I guess I could sit there and watch videos about throwing, but I have to actually get out there and get coached in order to do it. I got to do it. You got to do it, Mr. Gregory, right? No. Mr. Gregory is a musician. Musicians know it more as much as any of us that, you can sit there and think about playing, but until you put your hand on that guitar, until you put your hand on that, is not going to work. You gotta do it. You gotta play it. You gotta work it. You gotta stop spending. You want to save, if he's like, oh, I spend too much. Stop spending. That's an easy fix. Stop it. Oh, I didn't do much. Like, then stop doing it. We should stop accepting that we're victims and realize that we are in charge of our lives. Complete control. If you're not, that's part of your hard reset. Why is your life out of control? Why are you not? Stop doing soft resets. Get woman and man enough to do a hard reset. That means you got to be able to clean your whole system up. Assess your current situation. Look at everything that's going on financially, personally. It's all connected spiritually. Where are you? track your spending. A lot of times they're spending and they're going to the mall and buying all this stuff and trying to get all these things is because of another problem. A lot of times people are like spending a whole lot of money. They have to do all of these things because they're trying to cover up something else they don't want to face. Like they hate their job. So they keep going into debt so that they'll won't be able. It's self-sabotaging. So they won't be able to, like get to go even think about getting another job and what they want to do, or they can't even think about starting their own business because they keep going into debt. And they go, oh, so they can use it as an excuse. Like I was saying about, last year when I wasn't going to practice, it was like, sometimes even it's outside. Y'all know, if you're in the East Coast, it has been cold. So what I do this year, I got me some heated gear. Boy, I love my heated gear. I put that, turn up, only thing you got to do is I got to stay organized. I got to keep my batteries all charged up because when each of I have a vest that has a battery pack. I have a coat that has a battery pack. I have a shirt that has a battery pack. I have pants that have a battery pack. I want to be warm as I got to move out there. And but that's about creating a system to make it work. If you want to do anything, you have to create a system to make it work. You want to learn this instrument, but you don't have the instrument. Get the instrument. No, but you go out there and you buy something else. People do it all the time. They know that they can do this. And if they got that blender, they can make more cakes at home and they can make some more money and they would do a bake sale and this and that. But no, they don't get the blender. They go buy a new pair of shoes and they already got 100 pairs of shoes, but they don't think it through. So you got to create a system to make things different. If we don't create a system to make it different, it's not going to stay the same. It is not going to stay the same. You go, well, if I don't do that, then at least it's like this. No, it just gets worse. It just gets worse. We need to be planning for the best case scenario. Instead, all we're thinking about is the worst thing that could happen. Okay, well, this is the worst thing that got. Why are we focused on the worst thing that could happen instead of focusing on what we want to accomplish? And we'll sit there and oh, I hope I hope I don't run out of money. You know how to make sure that you don't run out of money? Stop spending money. No, stop spending it. You stop spending the money, you won't run out of the money. But instead, you keep yourself in a running position all the time. You're always running after money, running after money, running after money, instead of focusing on the discipline of how can I save money and make money. And then at least the money that you make and you're not running, you're just making it at a healthy, consistent, steady pace. You're just working it. Because sprinting ain't a marathon. Sprinting ain't a marathon. Matter of fact, nothing is a marathon except for a marathon. Life should be a walk, a stroll, a healthy movement, and a little bit of sprints in there every now and then. Just to keep your heart rate up, okay? You got a little trauma, you got something that happened, you handle it and you shut it down. But life should not be a sprint. And too many of us are in that stress mode all the time and not taking responsibility of why you're in that stress mode all the time. You're in the stress mode all the time because you're not doing anything to encourage a peaceful environment. Now it's time to do that. Now it's time to do that so that you can be healthy, because it will ruin your health being in a constant sprint of chasing after that dime. When you get into your good mode, when you got clarity, when you have integrity, God will bring it. Everything will be drawn to you. The business will come to you. The work will come to you. You will get fresh, new ideas. You'll have new vigor. You will do everything that you do well, and the goodness will be all that you know. All that you know. It will be all good. So we want to manage our debts. We want to build our savings. We want to manage our spending. We want to be disciplined. We want to focus on all that is good, keeping our word. We want to create long-term success. So we're on a hard reset to focus on long-term success. Sustainability. Something that we could do forever. Yes, indeed, Ms. Davis. Yeah, it's not necessary for unnecessary. Unnecessary spending is not necessary. You know, we all have to buy things, but if we find that our spending is causing us stress, then it's putting you into a sprint. Right? You don't want to be in that sprint. You know, if it is, it's just for a second. It's just for a second. Right? It's just for a second. You want to, train for it, because our heart is accustomed to challenges. Things will happen. But how do we prepare for challenges? We don't prepare for challenges by keeping ourselves exhausted. We prepare for challenges by being prepared, getting the emergency fund together, managing our spending, restructuring, get rid of the unnecessary stuff. And that's where the reset comes in. What is costing you but not feeding you? What is taking away from your goals? What is taken away? And what will add to? And these are the type of things that we can talk together about. But I really just, as I was thinking about, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be my last Wednesday discussion for this year, because I'm going to take some time for a hard reset for myself. Clear mind. That will probably be the first time in the history of Afro economics. I'm going to do everything I can to take Wednesdays off. Ms. Davis heard that and she's like, what's she talking about? Yeah, and I think it'll give you 2, but I gotta do a hard reset. You got it. We gotta do it. Potential spam. Trying to I can't disturb us. Look at that. You got echo over there. You trying to just get out here before you knew you could tell I was winding it down. I'm about to get out, and you got the hat on. You trying to show off? Yeah. No, not really. I just took my black one off. But I gotta do you know you just put that on. You trying to look like me? No, that red one. That red one. But my red one with green nails. You got echo over there. You trying to just get out here before you knew you could tell I was winding down. I don't even know why I'm hearing myself, little girl. And you got the hat on. You trying to show off.
I don't know why I get this echo. I don't understand.
It's you. It's you. You just got that on. You trying to look. Oh, you have me on something else.
I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try to come back in.
No, you're not. Bye. I love you. See you later. Thank you. Great to see you. I don't even know why I'm here. Goodbye. I'm glad that you came in though, Ms. Davis. Well, I don't know. I think you had me on your computer on two different things. Vivian says she's working on that now. Yes, you might need some hands-on help. And whoa. Mm, yeah. And I think that that's the power of Afroeconomics because it's not transactional. I designed the Afroeconomics aspect to just focus on getting us wealth development, to get us a good, there's 10. If you email me, Miss Peterson, jb@jbbryan.com, I will send you the ebook so you won't even have to buy this. And anybody else that's watching this as a holiday gift, but send it to my email and give me your email and your phone number, and because I would like to add you to my database. And sometimes we text. We don't call though, but we do text sometimes in because texting or calling is not free. Sometimes when people go, stop or don't text me, like, it's like, I don't understand. Like, they asked to be on the text list or you asked to be in my database, and then they're like saying stop. I'm like, do you realize it costs me to text you? So I don't want to text you unless you want to be text. Text is a courtesy. Lord, I wish more business. The reason more businesses don't text to remind you and things like that is because we have to pay for all that kind of stuff now. It is a straight up courtesy. And I thank God for the ability to do that. And I thank God for the commitment to my community. And I thank God, I really do. I thank God for putting that in my heart. Like like the challenges and the things that God gives for us to do and the purpose that we have, it's not always going to be easy, but I believe that when God tells us what to do it. That's where faith comes in. That's where faith comes in. Yes. So, Vivian, definitely consider joining. You deserve it. It's I will definitely help you. It won't be about trying to sell you an investment if that's not where we are. If it's about getting your credit straight, we get your credit straight. If it's about getting your taxes straight, we get your taxes straight. My thing is about empowering our community to maximize the system that we live in. A lot of times it's just helping the client maximize the work benefits that they have. We have everything that we need, but sometimes we need someone else to point it out. I mean, I can look at throughout my life, I have to thank God for putting people in my life that saw something in me that I didn't see. But they saw God in me. And I thank them for that. I thank them for that. Yes, I thank them for that. My email is, I'm gonna put it up because I have it. I'm gonna put it up. Here we go. Thank you for asking. jb@jbbryan.com, or you could go, but the best thing is do that. But if you went in there in the chat, you never know if that thing will work right or not and get the email to me. So that's good. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please consider doing a reset with me or not. But this just came to my heart that this is a good thing for us to think about doing a hard reset and working on our operating system. Us, there's so much talk about artificial intelligence, but we are real intelligence. We are real. Let's focus on what is actually real. And that's us. And that's God. let's start with this. Let's start with this. Let's start with this. Change starts right here. I love that song by Michael Jackson. He says, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Let's start right here with us. Lord knows, I promise you, I will continue to work on me. And I know that I'm not seeking. I'm just seeking God's best, but I'm not seeking perfection because I'm not. But God made me perfect in Him, and I'm perfect in God. But I know I'm not perfect to the world. There's nothing I will do, and it's not even a goal. We don't even have to be. That shouldn't even be our goal. We try to make this world happy. We're done. Done. It's over. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Deloach. Thank you. Look forward to resetting and starting the new year off well. Amen. Amen. Yeah, I got you with that, Ms. Peterson. Definitely. Now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. Yes, indeed. I'm going to tell you, I've had to go out there and get the help on every aspect. Like, I have a nutritionist. I have talked to a nutritionist, and I know, y'all know, I'm, I had one nutritionist that got rid of me. She was like, girl, you know more than I know. But I just like to talk to people about my goals. I have my own goals, and talking to about my health is very important so that I can be better for you. We are very, very complex systems. There is a lot to us. And my ability to be the best advisor is based on the decisions I make for myself. We got to feed our brain in every way. Every way. Man. Amen. Somebody said face pink drinking tea. But that's funny because I'm drinking some green tea and I left it. But I was doing my green tea and putting organic cloves in it. And it works. Thank God. I feel great. You all do what works for you. Do what works for you. Happy holidays, Ms. Patel. Exactly. I love y'all. I do. And I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. And if I don't see you, my goal is to not see you again this year. So I will see you in 2026. But literally, my goal is to reset my system by backing off for a minute, focusing on, everything that I need to do to reset me and improve my operating system. I'm here for you. And it also, just gives me time to make sure that all of you are okay. All my clients are okay as we go into the next year. But I'll be right here. I'll be right here in the office, just doing something different, working on that system. Take care. Be blessed. I will see y'all soon. Let me know if I could help. 1-844-JBBRYAN. 1-844-522-7926. And if you want the free copy of the ebook, then email me, jb@jbbryan.com. If you want the actual book, go to the bookstore. Not Amazon. The bookstore shipping is free. Bye-bye.